Welcome back, everybody, to Oxygen Not Included, Spaced Out Edition. So, if you were with us with our last episode, it was sad. We lost another dupe. Bell Books. Suffocated. Just like Clint Eastwood did. Oh, it's sad. We're having a lot of problems in our base. Stress is really high. It's gone down a little bit because we did activate a table and put Laurel on it. It's the only one really stressed. The others aren't. Mo, a couple at 20%, but we'll get them down. We're slowly taking care of the natural gas issue in our base. So you can see we've got an oxygen level here. We're now generating. We moved a vent down. We'll continue to work on that. We have started, cleaning more of this out to get... Oh, he was going to get a sleetweed seed. I was trying to figure out what in the world is he getting over here. They had to go through the water. Anyways, so we're slowly, starting to drain polluted water out of here, which is good. And then, and filling our tank, which is nice. And then we're slowly working on putting all of this together, and our oxygen supply. We've got our power system up and running, which is great. And we've started, of course, getting our farms going as well. This farm is in carbon dioxide, which is heavier than natural gas, so they can grow, whereas this one up here, we're still stagnated because of the natural gas. But you can see it's going down, so soon these will start growing again. You see, like, this plant is trying to make up its mind if it can grow or not as the natural gas reduces. So yeah, if you're playing along, a couple things to watch for. Watch out for these gases. You let them into your base, they can make a mess of things. Now, the solution for that is to build either oxygen portals, checkpoints, or atmosuit checkpoints, because then you can go out into the world. They're in a suit. They have an oxygen supply that lasts a while. They can do a ton of work and bring the suit back and then have it refilled. All right, so the other thing, of course, is, your dupes get trapped and stuff. Like, there was no reason for Mel Brooks to die, except that he was sitting here and he was, like, crawling up the ladder. And I realized he was a little slow and sick, but he could have easily made it to oxygen. So that was kind of frustrating that we lost him. Anyways... under the bridge, or over the bridge, or under the water, whatever, whatever the saying is, we have to move on. And how do we do that? Well, we move on with our next projects. And the main project is to get this up and running and get this salt water under control, so that we can get our oxygen supply going and really make a difference in how we are managing our base. Let's see. What should we do? We'll do improved carrying. Alright, well, let's put in our oxygen stations. So the first station or checkpoint that we're going to set up is going to be down here. We're going to turn this around so the arrow's pointing that way. And we're going to stick it, I think, right... We're just going to stick it right here. Alright, and then we're going to need some suits. Some stations for suits, so we're going to do 3 for now because we're a little short on materials. We'll be able to put in a door here, and then we're going to be able to put in our insulated tiles to start sealing up our base. Get rid of that. Now, what this will do is, we're going to have to make more suits. We have 3 suits, so we don't need to make more right now. They're going to put the suits in here, and then as a result, anytime they need to go out here, they're forced to put on a suit. They cannot pass this door unless they put on a suit first. And then they can come in here, they can work, they can do all kinds of things, and we never have to worry about it. And we can also put a hand sanitizer right behind it, so that when they come back, they take off the suit, they sanitize themselves, and voila. Now, this needs power, first of all. So we'll have to connect these. So fortunately, we have a power supply here. They are power greedy, 120 each. And then most of all, the most important thing is they need oxygen. Now, right now, we're pumping carbon dioxide into them. So that is not good. So we're going to have to do some redirection of some of our pipes and how we want to put all of this together. What I am thinking is that we're going to put a vent here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We should be okay. And then we're going to put in a system, a carbon skimmer, right next to the vent. And then, of course, in refinement, we're going to do a water sieve. Oh, it needs 4. Okay, so we're going to need to move these over. Okay, so let's put in the water sieve first. And then let's put in the oxygen carbon skimmer. And then let's put in our vent. We'll put the vent right there, next to the carbon skimmer. And then from a ventilation standpoint, we'll be able to deconstruct these and deconstruct this. And so what we're going to do, temporarily, we're not going to have any power generation. It's going to build up in this pipe until it gets stuck. But we will prioritize this build here, this gas vent. So it'll pump the carbon dioxide from these here. It's going to turn it into oxygen. And then, you know, the oxygen will rise a little bit. And we can put in a pump here up above. Let me see, is that too far to grab? Probably. Up above it. And we can take this and come into here. Kind of, there's a lot of power waste right here. I'll be honest with you. It is not the best way to set this up because, you know, when we look at our power consumption, you know, we're going to use a lot. This right here, that's 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. And then whatever, what are these? 600, 700. It's 800, a little more than 800 in power just for this. But the advantage is that it will allow us to kind of be self-sufficient for a while until we get a better oxygen system in place. And we're going to create the carbon, turn it into oxygen, pump it right into this. I do see a partial issue with this, though. And it's going to take more power. But we need to put in one of these. I think we can do it right there. Oh wait, that's backwards. Cancel. Let's reverse it. Because otherwise we'll just damage the so many. Maybe we'll put it over here. So we only want oxygen going into this. I'm trying to think. So that, there, that. What are we going to do with the carbon? Or whatever gases. I guess we'll just, for now. Alright, we're going to do this. Alright. So this, that. can't do it there. I have to do it here. Oh, no, I don't. I don't even need it here. Cancel. I can go like that. I'll have to temporarily deconstruct that one. Okay, we've made a huge mess here. But you'll see what we're doing. Somebody's starving. Who's starving? Oh, well. You know, I understand why you're starving. You've fallen asleep, first of all. And it's nighttime. And you can't get through here. You're gonna die, aren't you? Come on, guys. She's starving. The red bar is going down. Okay, she can get out, and she will no longer starve. Okay. You gotta watch these dupes. They get themselves into trouble so many times. It's ridiculous. Oh, my goodness. We want just regular old oxygen to come out of this thing. We want breathable gas oxygen. Okay. And we gotta give it power, and we don't have any more refined metal. Oh my goodness. We're just having a grand old time here. At least our stress has gone down. Food is still a huge issue. We are not keeping up with our food. Oh, we did get these built. So it'd probably be very helpful if we go ahead and copy those over and get all that planted for extra food. Let's look at our blueprints. We're going to take the fertilizer. We can't afford anything else. And for skills, let's see here. We'll give hard digging. Everybody should have the minimum of hard digging. Mad Max, let's give you your second level cook. You know, finally. Maybe that'll make it easier for you. And our doctor, we're just going to go to bedside manner to get you at least, you know, so you can be faster in recovering people as they struggle to survive in our base of doom. Alright, so we got the suits delivered. We have no oxygen yet. Oh yes, I almost forgot. We got to provide some temporary water here. Over into this. We want the water to come into here. So eventually it's going to come out like that. And then this is going to go like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and do a priority on this. Oh yeah, that's why they're not going over there. We got to disable this temporarily. Because the station is preventing them from going through the door. So it's doing its job really well, but we have to turn it off so that they can get out here and do all this quick work, so that we can get all this going. Alright, we also need the water, so let's... I know. We're making everything high priority just to get it done really quick. Come on, guys. Get this done. You'll be much happier, because then when you're coming out here to work, no more stress, no more slime lung, no more disease, you know, no ickiness. You'll have a nice suit to wear to stay dry. There's all kinds of benefits to this. I mean, this is good. And then we got to get people healed up. Speaking of which, we can turn this back to public so that anybody can use it. There we go, public. Alright, and then bedside manner, we're gonna just plop this down to 40. Okay, well, nobody's hurt that much yet. So, alright, well, let's do some vitamin chews. Let's do some rad pills. Let's do some curative tablets. Energy, and let's do a medical pack in case we need one. Alright. So, we were going to put power to something. I forgot what we were going to put power to. Oh, yeah, this. There we go. So have we maxed out this power? Let me see. Yeah, potential load is 2300. Now the thing here to remember is it's okay to go over on your potential load, because you have to remember not all of the equipment is running 100% of the time. So like for example, right now there's only 396 watts running out of the 2000. Now 600, because we're probably using, you know, the machine over there. So it varies. As long as the current load doesn't go over your 2000 watts, this wire will be okay. Now it'll still flash yellow a little bit like it is now, because it's saying, hey, you're potentially, we could burn out. But it's not going to cause damage along the line anywhere. So just a quick note there. All right, we've got power hooked up to everything. We have one unreachable build. Of course, two unreachable builds. Of course we do. How do we get them up there? Gonna have to do that. Because until we get this done... Oh, we're still working on these two. Okay, and this. We got some work to do. All right. Let's just get this finished off so that we can see it in action. Is the water already over? No, because... All right, so of course we'll have to deconstruct one of the pipes here as soon as water comes over. And the water is not flowing because it's registering that water should be inputting, so we're going to temporarily disconnect that. There we go. Let's go ahead and rebuild it under a 6. We'll let this back up. And then we can deconstruct once this is filled up a little bit. So right now it's filling up this machine. See, it's starting to back up. We just want to get it all maximized. There we go. There we go. And there we go. And one more. Alright, we can deconstruct that one. And we're going to put this on a 7 so they deliver the sand. We'll have to do a little mop up here. We made a mess. We can finally mop this up, by the way. Our water has drained far enough. Alright, and then we are just missing the last little piece of ventilation pipe, which is right here. As soon as that gets built, we can start putting oxygen into our suits. But this should be self-sufficient and keep us going. There we go. Alright, so as you can see, it's not pumping in oxygen right now, so it's just going to plop all that over here, which is kind of unfortunate. We're putting in our base. But these two, see these little oxygen pieces, they're going to start going into the checkpoint. And so as a result, the more carbon we create and the more this turns into oxygen, as we can see it, there is some up here. The more we clear this out, and this will clear the natural gas out of this area too, so this is good. It'll start filling this up so that these, start getting oxygen. It'll take a while, but we'll get there. In the meantime, we'll let them keep going out and in until we have oxygen here. Right now, none of the bars are filling, as you can see, because there's just not much coming yet. But it'll get there. So we'll let it run for a little bit, then we'll seal the door and deactivate it, or reactivate the checkpoint, so that we're good in that area. Meanwhile, over here, we've got a lot of work to do. They still haven't built these. We're awaiting sandstone delivery. Still have, they're slowly working on some of this. We'll have to go get all that taken care of and put an oxygen checkpoint up there as well, which we probably don't have the metal for. So we better make some more metal. All right, how are we doing here? Can we disable this pump? Is it still... No, it's still pumping natural gas, so we're going to keep it going. I mean, it's putting the oxygen right back into it. These are starting to get oxygen, so they're starting to grow again. Cool. We are slowly averting our crises. Slowly. It's amazing, but we are doing it. Stress is still a little high with Laurel. You know, we've got it set that once it hits 50, they come take a break. We can go ahead and move this down to 30. Anybody that hits 30 can go get a little massage over here. Food is looking much better because we've got this growing and this growing on different cycles. So that helps. This is getting ready. And these will be back to growing here soon as well. That will help and get our oxygen taken care of and start really putting things back together. Now, our other issue is temperature. We're getting too hot. Now, that'll be solved as soon as we get this up and running. In the meantime, we've got all of this over here that is just, it's really hot material, hot area. The only way to fix that would be to dig all of this out so that all the hot rock is gone. So eventually that will happen, but for right now, they're going to be walking through 38-degree weather. A hot, nice summer day, almost scorching, but it is definitely hot. But hopefully this will help cool it off too. Notice what's happening? We've got this really cool water, 17 degrees Celsius coming into play. Polluted water, because it's all coming down from here where all of this ice is. And so I think that's good. We'll have to watch this one. There's some pure water here. We really don't want to get it, mix it into the tank. So we'll have to figure out how to solve that. In the meantime, we need to get this drained out. But not yet. This isn't low enough. We need these to be low enough that when we drain that, it's not going to flood the power supply. So soon. And then we can drain these. All right, I think, let's check our oxygen. We're still not generating enough oxygen here. We may have to rethink this to get more oxygen coming in. I mean, it's good to have this because, I mean, we are pulling out. See, now it's almost all carbon dioxide. In fact, it is. I don't see any natural gas here. There's a little bit. So that's good. Pipe blocked. Oh, we filled it too much. That's why it's not running as efficiently. Alright, well, let's do this. Let's deconstruct that pipe. And then let's rebuild that pipe. Are you going to deconstruct it, or are you just going to stand? Okay. We just filled it up with too much water. Now we'll rebuild it. You got to leave a little bit of a cycle, right? I don't know what their issue is with the door here. But it needs to be like this, where there's space for it to cycle through. What are we stuck on? Oh, there you go. Okay, so we just couldn't see it in the animation. All right. So maybe that's worked. It still says pipe blocked. Well, we'll work it out and figure all that out. We're getting closer. We're getting there. We are up on time on this episode. We haven't done really much outside of just trying to get this going, but it is working. How's our slime? Yeah, with lots of slime lung. That's why we wanted to take care of it. Fortunately, there's a station here to wash hands. They don't seem to be washing hands. Somebody's really happy. Sparkle treatment. Let me see. Is it waiting? Removes most germs. I forgot we were supposed to dump all that bleach stone so that it could help clear things out and clean up the slime water. Huh. They don't seem to be stopping and using it, so I'm not quite sure why. Oh well. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to rethink getting initial oxygen in here. This is just being way too slow. It's working it, but it's being slow at the same time. It's almost like there's too much water in the line still. So the only thing I can think of, oops, we don't want to cancel, we don't want to deconstruct that. We want to deconstruct pipes. Yeah, all right, well, let's deconstruct 2 more. Guess we got too much water in it in the beginning, and so that's caused it so it's not running to really take care of this carbon dioxide and produce oxygen. There we go. All right, let's rebuild. And we can come get the water mopped up again. I guess when they're here at the door, you're not seeing the animation that they're building and stuff, so it just kind of looks like they're stuck at the door, but they're actually, you know, they were actually doing work, but it was like, okay, what are you standing there for? I don't know. Anyways, we want to finish that up, make sure it's working. There we go. It does fill up quite fast, but I think this will keep it going better. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll let it go, and that way they can continue to work and build and stuff and take care of things. But we'll continue in the next episode, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me today.